or not. Oh, there it is. And it's slow. It says starting. do. Let's go here. And then I think we're good. I don't really know. I think we're live. We're definitely live on a couple pages. Let's do Facebook. I don't want to do that. We're just
Yep,
hanging out
it looks
live
like
on
we're live
Facebook
on
right
Facebook.
now. We're live on Facebook, but the question is, are we live in our event?
It says Going Beyond the
It
Castle
says we're
podcast is
live. So
live in an event.
look at
Sweet.
that. So we're live. So now that we've been sitting here awkwardly for a minute and a half, welcome back to Going Beyond the Castle. My name is Fred. I am your host, and with me, as always, is my fabulous co-host, Lori Talamo. This week, I am joining you from fabulous, extremely cold North Carolina. It's 22 degrees here, y'all.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
I forgot I wasn't in Louisiana. I walked outside with shoes, and that was a poor decision. Um, it's cold. It's very cold. But yes, I am here for the week, uh, celebrating
Fun.
Christmas North Carolina style. So, but happy to be here. I'm excited to talk about the 12 days of Christmas, uh, going beyond the castle style.
Yes. Fun. And I was so excited. I am. I'm still excited. I was super excited for this one when the idea came to my head, not realizing how challenging it was
How
going to
much
be.
work it was going to be. It was a lot
Yeah,
of
I'm like,
work.
oh, that's going to
I think
be
it's
easy. And I have my these are my favorite things shirt on.
Rachel.
Yeah,
I got Rachel's input on a little bit of stuff.
I'm not going to lie. I had Olivia today. We were riding in the car. We tried to go to the live nativity scene with the Dixons over in Gretna.
Oh, yeah.
And on the way there, so I was reading Olivia some of mine. I'm like, help me out. What are some of my favorite things? But yeah, we didn't make it too long because she wasn't feeling good, so we left. It's pretty
Yeah,
cold here still too.
it's like 50 degrees there.
Yeah, not anything what you're dealing with, but
And some days I'm glad I live in Louisiana. Some days I'm not.
yeah, yeah, it's
Do
cold.
we have any announcements this week?
So I looked, and the only thing that I really saw that was big news. Well, one, the Disney Treasure is
Mm,
now in service, so that's
yeah,
awesome. And we'll have a
we'll be
special
talking
guest
about in a couple
on,
weeks.
yeah, coming on to talk about the Disney Treasure with us, and then all of our Bluey fans. Bluey will now be meeting in the parks and on the cruises. So
That's
I
so
think that starts in
exciting.
January, I believe.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's only like out of Australia cruises. Like
is it?
it's none of the United States cruises to start with. And then
Yeah, fun
yeah, I think it
stuff.
was Australia and I think it was New Zealand. And then they have no idea um
When it's actually
when
going
it
to hit in Disney.
when it's
Is it?
actually going to be hitting Disney. So we'll see.
Yeah, but that was it. I think we hit so many of the Disney updates a couple of weeks
Yeah, right.
ago. Yeah,
There
so
was a lot, and I still don't think we covered all of them, to be honest.
no. And I will keep promising Fred that I will get better
Ah,
in January with the social media. So we'll get some announcements out there.
we'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
It's a learning process for
it
everyone.
is. It is.
Um, okay. Well,
All right. The 12 days of
12 days of Christmas.
Christmas. What's that?
I said 12 Days of Christmas. Let me pull up my list.
Yeah.
Checked it twice.
Obviously, I didn't because I'm missing one, but I'm going to fill it in before
See,
we
this is when
finish.
you really find out who you are because you're just going to wing it and guess one.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's going first? All right. So backstory. I think we had initially talked about doing like a legit 12 Days of Christmas, and we were like, on the first day of Christmas, you get one of this. And the second day, you get
Right.
two of this. And then we realized how hard it was. So then we talked about it, and we still did completely opposite things. And so now we just
Yep.
settled on our top 12 things that we would love to find under the Christmas tree from Disney.
Yes. Yes. I don't know. And then I kind of like I was going back and forth. I'm like, gosh, I think it almost would have been easier as I was doing it to say, okay, well, I want one of these, I want two of these, I want three of these.
I
But
want
then it's like
all
so many
of them.
things like, do I really want 12 or something other than like a 12-night stay? That would have been
That would
a
have,
good
yeah.
one. But yeah, no, but I worked it out and got some. I was reading some of them to Josh and he was like, is it supposed to be real things or like things that you, because some of the stuff he's like, that's not real though. I'm like, but I want it to be. Like, this is
It
what I'm
could
wishing
be.
for.
It
Yeah,
could be real.
right.
Well, all of mine are real and they're actual things. I would love to I would love to have the and mine are in no particular order because I've just given up on trying to
Yeah.
organize them. That I want them all. Like they're all just beautiful.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if we have anything similar
There was a lot of
since we
food
didn't
on
talk
mine
about it.
usually. There was a lot of food items.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You want me to
So
go
you
first?
have
You want
to
to go
say
first?
you could go first and you have to say what it is and why.
Okay. So the first thing I would love to see is an annual pass without blackout dates. So that way I can go to Disney when I feel like it. Because I know annual pass holders, there are some blackout dates and there's certain things that they
Yeah.
can't go for. So no, if I'm gonna get an annual pass under the tree, I want it to be where I can use it anytime.
I didn't think about that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
See, I put Incredipass, but I said I wanted the PhotoPass add-on because I
Yeah.
love PhotoPass. It's absolutely fabulous.
So do I. I get it. I mean, like even when just Josh and I go, I get it every single time.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't go and get a ton of pictures, you're always going to get something, at least get a
Yeah.
couple that makes it worth it. And then the ride photos
Yeah.
are make it
And
worth
it's
it
not
too.
that
So
like, of course, in this situation, it's free and I'm not paying for it. But if I had to pay for it, it's really not that much more expensive to add on PhotoPass to an annual pass. Like it's crazy cheap compared to how much it costs to get the actual PhotoPass every time you go.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yep,
I put
definitely. So that
Incredipass
was your number
for
one?
PhotoPass. That is what I listed as number one. I still think the food items are number one for me.
I gotcha. Yeah, not meaning in order. I just meant is that like
Yes,
your
that was the very first thing I listed. Incredipass.
okay. All right. So the second thing that I would like to see under the Christmas tree is annual family trips to Disney when the weather is perfect.
Mm.
Because the last few years, because of cheer, we've had to go in the heat of the summer. It's not pleasant. We do it. I will, if it's the only time I can go, I will go in the summer. But I'd love for us to have annual family trips when we have nice weather.
So like February, March time frame.
Yeah, which we are
November.
going in February, but it's not a
Yeah,
family trip. It's a cheer trip.
the cheer trip. Yeah.
Yeah. Like whenever I go, it could just magically have good weather. That
Be
would be
perfect
great.
weather. You don't sweat when you walk around. It doesn't rain.
Exactly.
It's not
Exactly.
cold.
It's
Yeah.
not cold. It's not hot. It's
You don't go to
comfortable.
SeaWorld when it's cold out and
Right.
raining. Yeah. My number two was a DVC membership to the Riviera
Oh,
because
sweet.
ever since I went to the Riviera, just gorgeous. One, just a gorgeous resort. And then two, the food is absolutely fabulous. Like the restaurant's good. It's just, we went there for breakfast. The blueberry lemon pancakes were fabulous. Went there
Oh,
for
yeah.
lunch. The pizza was fabulous. And it's just a gorgeous look over the little lake that's there between Caribbean Beach and no, that's all Caribbean Beach.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal.
Did I
Yeah,
just give you your last one?
possibly. not
A
not
DVC
Riviera though.
membership? No.
Um, well, because I thought about that. I'm like, if I'm gonna add an annual pass, then I also need to have somewhere to stay.
See,
So
that was my mindset. And I can't live in Florida. So I was like, why not just get a DVC membership? That way I always have somewhere to stay with my Credit Pass and Photo Pass.
right. Yeah, it's you know, we need the free stuff to be able to
Yeah.
go. And then, it's a business, it's a business trip.
Facts.
Yeah. All right. Interesting. So my next, which is day 3, I want unlimited rides on Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a good one.
Yeah, like I want to be able to just show up and be like, "Oh, Lori's here.
Just go
You
straight to the
can
front, no
get
line.
right on." Yeah.
I'd like
It's
to
funny
still be
because
able
when
to
we
go through the queue, but without a wait. Because
yeah,
they really did a fabulous job with that whole queue.
yeah. Originally when we were talking about like having so many of them, I'm like, "Well, where do I put this?" Because I want to be able to ride it often, but I can't ride it too many times in one day unless I space it out some. So I don't know if I was going to keep it at 3 rides or not, but yeah, definitely on the top. Even though I don't have mine really in specific order either, but Guardians is definitely on the top.
I'm surprised I didn't really put any rides on mine. I put some experiences, but I didn't put any rides, which now I kind of regret because all you can ride People Mover just sounds fabulous after a long day at Disney.
Oh yeah, definitely a
Next up,
good nap ride.
number 3 for me was Grand Marshal of the Festival of Fantasy Parade anytime I want.
Sweet.
Right? To get a ride in the little thing at the front and lead the parade, have everybody wave at you and be jealous.
I know. I'm so curious, like, what makes them like see a family and be like, okay, that's the one. Like, I'm just so curious because I want to do
Yeah.
that.
I
Like,
would
hey, let me know.
love to be the Grand Marshal of the parade. Like that would be super cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. And I imagine, especially like if there's kids, like how exciting would that be for, to get picked just randomly and then get to parade around Magic Kingdom like you're a celebrity, like Mickey.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
Like I'm always super jealous of those people, and I always hope it's gonna be me, but it'll probably never be me.
Yeah, you never know.
One day,
Maybe one day.
I'll just go around and start asking cast members and start handing them $20 bills.
Yeah, like, hey, can you
See what
pick
they
me,
think.
or how do I, what do
Who
I
is
need
it?
to do?
Who do I got to talk to? And then if that doesn't work, I'll up it to $50 bills the next trip we go.
There you go. Yeah, all fun stuff. All right, so we are on number 4. I feel like we're going through these. So I can't leave out my mouse counselor peeps. So I would love to have annual trips with my mouse counselor friends. Which
I think it's called fam trips.
yeah, we actually kind of started. We do have some like that my agency does arrange like
Yeah.
once a year, whatever. But a few of us have decided we're going to try to start meeting annually outside of that trip. And then there's 4 of us. So we like if we can meet somewhere close to where one of us lives. So that way everybody doesn't have to travel every year. Because we really had fun the last time we went, just kind of collaborating on things and bouncing ideas off. And so it's just fun, to hang out with other folks like that. And I don't do girls trips typically. just Josh and I just never have done that. So it's been fun, to get to hang out with those ladies who are well advanced in the travel agency world. So it's fun hanging out with them and learning. So I want to have some trips with my peeps.
I tried to pull off a guy's trip. I posted in our agency chat. I was like, it was like they just done like all. I think they were going on the Treasure or something. I can't remember. And it was ironic that all the females went. It was like all the females were the top sellers because that's what they went to determine who got to go on the launch of the Treasure. And after that, I was like, all right, where's all the guys at? Like, we need to do a guys trip since the girls all going to go on the Treasure, and crickets. Like, nobody responded. I was like, you guys suck.
Yeah,
Y'all,
like come
y'all are
on.
not good Disney travel agents if you don't want to go to Disney.
Right. I mean, who doesn't want to go?
What are we on? Number 4?
Yes.
This one really hits home, especially with kids after a long day in the park. But always finding an empty bus waiting for me after Happily Ever After.
That's Olivia was like, you should put on there that you want free bus rides or whatever. I forgot how she said it, but yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, just to like, cause it's already such a long day. Like you're already tired of walking, and we always stay at the value resorts, so it's already a long walk to the value resort because you're the last one. And then it's of course every time you walk up, the bus is either full or it's cooling off.
Oh,
So
that's the worst.
would
Like when you
love to
get
just
there
show up. Yeah,
and you're just
you
like,
get there and it's
oh, there
full.
goes the bus.
Or you get there and you're walking up and you're like, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it, and then you get to the front of the line, then like you're gonna have to wait for the next bus. They're
Yeah. And I don't mean this to sound like rude or disrespectful, but when the scooters come
mm,
and they get priority on there, and and then if they have 10 family members with them,
yeah,
that when Josh and I went over in October, which and I'm thankful that I don't need a scooter, and that's why I said I don't mean any disrespect by saying, but a couple of times we were sitting there, and then it's like a surprise. You turn around and it's like, oh man,
yeah.
here
We
comes the
were we
scooters.
were
But
that well, we weren't that family when we took my parents back in 2019. Both of them got scooters, and so luckily it was only the 4 of us. Um, but it was still that was super nice to always be like the first one on the bus. Of course,
yeah,
my mom was too scared to drive the scooter onto the bus, so I was always the one to back it up onto the bus
oh
and
gosh, yeah, I don't know if I
put
could
it
do
in the
that either.
spot. So I always got to be the one that got to ride on the scooter on the bus ride back. So I always had a seat.
Oh, there you go.
So it worked out well. But I, yeah, no, especially like after a long day in the park, you just see those scooters lined up and you're like,
Yeah.
but again, not
Like
to be
since you're already
disrespectful, I
sitting,
get
can you just wait a minute? Let me get him.
it, right?
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So this one's fun for me because it's involves my favorite park.
Animal,
So for number 5, I want behind the scenes exclusive animal experiences at Animal Kingdom.
mm,
And like I know they have, the rhino tour and things like that. Like
yeah,
no, like I want something that no one else gets. Like I want to be all in it in Animal Kingdom. Like
yeah,
without
because like even with those tours, like you still have to like keep your space and you don't get to get up super
yeah.
close with the animals. Like I want to touch a rhino's like little horn thing.
Yes, I want to go with the giraffes. I love giraffes. Like I want something like let me go and hang out with a giraffe for a little while.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I guess I'll tag along with that and say that I would love unlimited. Like I could show up whenever I want, didn't have to book it, automatically got to do it. But the Epcot Seas Adventure Dive Quest,
Sweet.
I would just love. Of course, I'm not scuba certified, and you have to be scuba certified. But I started the process a long time ago, so I just got to finish it. But just to be able to go scuba diving in the seas with Nemo and friends and get to see the behind the scenes stuff of the aquarium, like, would just be super cool. Like anytime I wanted.
That's awesome. You would swim with, don't they have sharks in there?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite aquariums. They do
Yeah,
a
it
really
is
good job
cool.
there.
We when we went over the summer, I mean, and my kids, everybody knows because I say it all the time. My kids are 16, well, Olivia's 17 now and 20. Like even when we went over the summer, we went in there, was watching the manatees and
Yeah.
hanging out in the aquarium area. It's super cool in there.
Yeah. And it's just a nice place to relax. And if you're
Get
my
some air.
children, to go up and down the escalators multiple times. It's great. Great spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I would love to all unlimited access to Dive Quest.
Yeah. So this one's kind of a far-fetched wish, I think. But I would like a ticket to visit all of the Disney parks across the world.
Mm, okay.
So
Just
I was
once?
like,
Like, is it just like a ticket that you can go like as many times as you want? It's like an annual pass to all the parks, or is it just like
eh,
one ticket to every park?
I think I would be fine going, like to the different parks once. I mean, I don't mind traveling overseas, other countries, but I think once would probably good. I won't be too
I want
picky, so hey, just give it to me one time.
I want to go to Disneyland Shanghai at some point.
Yeah.
We were planning a trip. Oh, what was it? I think it was this past year. We were we were talking, trying to figure out where we were gonna go, and like I was pushing hard for Paris, and I never told Rachel is because I really just wanted to go to Disneyland Paris.
Right.
Um, but flights were like $1,000 a person. We were like, we're not going to Paris. We're going to all all expense or all inclusive resort in Mexico where it's very cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, the flights would kill you. That's why we
Yeah,
haven't done Disneyland yet.
yeah.
Because the flights over there are just crazy.
Soon
Soon.
Disneyland is happening.
Yes. I'm down.
I just have to get Rachel on board. Rachel, if you're listening,
Yep. Josh
start
too.
planning.
Let's go.
um, I'm gonna do one of my food items, and it's I get it every time. Endless I lava you Dole Whip floats.
Mm.
From over in Magic Kingdom. One of the best versions of the Dole Whip floats ever.
Does that one have like the little cake pop thing on, or
Yeah,
is that a different?
yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's got strawberry Fanta in it.
Oh, yum.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I like Dole Whips too. The one.
I I took Matt back in November, and I made him try Dole Whip, and it was very disappointing. His response, and I was just like,
He
"This is
didn't
the
like it?
staple of Disney. Like, you don't go to Disney without getting Dole Whip." And he was like, "It's pineapple ice cream." And I was like, "No, it's not. It's Dole Whip."
Right. Tell him we're gonna race his show.
So he's never allowed to go back with me.
Yeah. Whenever I go, I don't know, I confuse myself because I want to get the pineapple because I love pineapple, but they have the coconut
Yeah.
soft serve one that's really good. So just depends on what I'm feeling at the moment, but I do the coconut one a good bit.
Yeah. I just I need somebody to install a Dole Whip thing in my house and then just come refill it all the time.
You go. Sweet.
Yeah, that's one of my food ones. All right, where are we at? All right, we're on
7.
number 7. I'm skipping
Yep, we're
around at this
rolling through
point.
these. I would love Christmas at Disney.
Oh,
I know we've been talking
mm,
about it a lot. That is like high up on my wish list is to do Christmas at Disney one year.
yeah,
Even if it's, I mean, like, I don't necessarily want to do Christmas Day. I mean, I think
in
it
the
would be
park.
cool, but even just a
Yeah,
week before to do the Christmas party and have the snow on Main Street. experience all the things. I want to go, and I'm sure you've probably seen it. I want to go and see the Christmas parade and have Tally tell me that I'm naughty.
Which he's
That's like
back. He's not
he's back.
gone.
Yes. So I want to do Christmas at Disney. If I some I'm no, I'm gonna do it next year. I'm willing it to happen.
My
Even if it's a
dad,
weekend trip.
after we went in September, I kept telling my dad, I was like, if you want to book another trip, like your 7-day window starts now. Like you need to book your bounce back offer. Like, let's get on it. And he was like, I think I'm gonna take one day and just come to Magic Kingdom on Christmas Day. He ended up not doing it because of some work stuff, but I was super jealous if he would have pulled it off. Like,
Yeah,
just to
that'd be
be
fun.
like to wake up at Disney on Christmas morning, like that would just be where it's at for me. And open presents, have breakfast, and then go over to the parks, watch the Christmas parade. That's where it's
Yeah,
at.
especially if you go in knowing like, hey, this is not going to be where we get to do
It's gonna be
everything.
chaos. Yeah,
It's going to be chaos. We're just going in for the experience, and if we get on any rides, then that's a bonus. But
yeah,
yeah, definitely one day.
yeah. It's on our bucket list. Like one of these years, we almost did it in our 2022 trip because we had the trip. Our trip like started in 2021 and then just gradually just shifted because that was the time when Rachel and I were trying to get pregnant. So we weren't sure like when we were going to be able to go or how far along she would be or how old the kids would be. So we almost
Yeah.
went during Christmas and then we ended up going in March, which was much less crowded.
Yeah.
What do I want to do? I want to do next. Speaking of Christmas, I want tickets to the Candlelight Processional with Josh Gad, but I want to do the dining package and have dinner with Josh Gad beforehand.
Oh, sweet. There you
Yes.
go.
Like I love Josh Gad. Even before he came over to Disney and started doing the voice of Olaf. Like I just loved him as an actor. He's absolutely hilarious and he's super talented, does a lot of really good stuff. But I just want to have dinner with Josh Gad and see him in person.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Yeah, I think the Christmas stuff is always a hit because it's just, I don't know. It just gets in your feels and
Yeah.
I don't know.
And to
Oh,
be
and
like just
Disney
to
already.
be in the parks, like Christmas is just a great time of year. Like I was getting my hair cut Friday morning, and I don't know how me and my barber got on the conversation. Um, but we just started talking about what it would be like to just be a kid again at Christmas time. And like that's exactly what Disney does in their parks at Christmas time. Like it gives you that joy of being a kid again at Christmas. Like and they just do a really good job of it.
Yeah. 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 I think, I don't know. I don't want to be a downer. My Christmases when I was younger were a little different. And so now like
Fair.
having kids and getting to experience it through their eyes and
Yeah.
seeing, what it would be like, um, or should be like is super fun.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
think that's why I've been overkill, a lot is just letting them experience that.
Yeah. Giving them something you didn't get to have.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I get that.
All right. Number 8 is a fun one, I think. I want to be a character attendant for a day and get to walk around with Minnie Mouse.
Mm-mm. Sorry.
No?
No. The whole character attendant part, just no. Cause I'd end up armbarring somebody that tried to come up
Yeah.
and like good on them because they are super talented at their jobs of, keeping the characters on track. And, I've come across a couple that had to steer us away and they do a really good job of it. I wouldn't be good at
Yeah.
that. I would be like, back up. And I didn't
Right.
know get fired
You're
like
too
day one.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess just to hang out with Minnie Mouse all day
That would be cool
would be
though.
cool.
Like
Yeah. My
Yeah,
my tattoo inspiration, Minnie Mouse.
you are obsessed with Minnie Mouse. I thought you were gonna say it was a character escort for Minnie Mouse was your tattoo inspiration.
Yeah, Minnie's my girl.
Um, I'm gonna save that one for last. I'm gonna say this one's kind of just boring, but I really want, and I could just buy it, but I really want the Tower of Terror Spirit jersey because it went out of stock so quickly. And it's Tower of Terrors. Love that ride. Favorite ride at Hollywood Studios. Um, and I never got the Tower of Terror Spirit jersey. And now it's like $180 on eBay.
On eBay, yeah. Yep. I couldn't tell you because that is one ride that I've never done and I'll never do.
No missing out. It's over like that. Like you just close your eyes, take deep breaths. You're on the ground. It's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I would have so much anxiety. It's crazy. And I think we've talked about it. It's not,
We have.
I mean, I don't like heights. It's just like not knowing when it's going to drop. The anxiety that I would have just sitting there, like anticipating the drop, is worse than the actual drop itself. Because I don't mind necessarily the drop. It's just not knowing when it's coming. We,
I think that's
we,
my favorite part.
oh gosh, we went to Six Flags when, because my grandmother used to take my brother and I to Six Flags every summer. My uncle lived in Houston and they had a ride there that was similar where it went up. And so when you're on the ground, you can hear three beeps, and at three beeps, it drops. So I'm like, okay, three. Once I hear the third beep, I know I'm getting ready to go. No, when you're up in the air, you can't hear it. And
Mm-mm.
so it felt, and then and I think that's probably why I have a fear of it. Cause now I just remember like when we got off, I had to sit, like I was shaking, I was pale. I was like, so I have, I guess I have a fear because of that incident scarred me. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like heights, but I just close my eyes and eventually it's over. And before I know it, I'm plummeting back to the ground and it's fine. I do appreciate that one. Like I don't like there was one at Cedar Point that was just like four pillars and you were just out in the open and
Yeah.
like it just raised you up. Not a fan of that one, just
Mm-mm.
because like I can like look down and
You
I'm
can
like, nope.
see.
But
Yeah.
in Tower of Terror, like I have no idea like that it's high or
Yeah.
where we're at in relation. So and like I said, love the whole anticipation of just like sitting there and then just so much fun.
Yeah.
uh that was mine. Okay. So we got
So we're
four
on
left,
nine, right? Yep.
three
We're on
left.
number
Yeah,
nine.
9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. Four left.
We're rolling through too, but that's good because I know it's late for you.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
so my next one, I want unlimited free Premier Pass access.
ooh, I thought about that one.
But you know what I just thought about? If I get an annual pass, I guess I don't need it. But I already have it on there, so we're gonna roll with
Yeah,
it.
you're already stuck with it. But if you have the annual pass, like that just makes every trip even better because now you have the annual pass to go whenever you want,
Oh, and that's
and
right. And then the Premier
you can-
Pass can get me
yeah,
in the
then you have the
rides.
premier pass to look at all the peasants as you walk by them, saying
Yeah.
"suck it, nerds," and go get on the line ride before them.
Right. It's late. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, no, I want both of them.
Yeah,
Then
you
it'd be
do.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I thought about putting premier pass, but I was like, I don't mind waiting. And if I'm there all the time, like it is what it is, I can just go whenever I want. I'll focus. I'll go for, one evening and I'll go ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and then I'll go home. Like,
Yeah. I have a guy that's going next week and he booked 6 days of Premier Pass and 3 days of multi pass.
I really wish we got commission off of that.
Yeah, same. Because he's typically a client that would have booked VIP prior to
Yeah.
Premier Pass. So
Love hate
oh well.
relationship with travel agents and Premier Pass versus VIP.
Yeah.
Speaking of VIP, I think I would love It's part of the tour, but I would love access to the underground tunnels at Magic Kingdom. Just whenever I want, I can just boop front to the back of the park, use the tunnels, all
Yeah.
access pass.
Like, especially when it's crowded. Like, let me just
Yeah,
get through
right.
here
Trying to get out of the park at the end of the night after happily ever after, just take the tunnels. Like
and pop right out. Yeah, that would be
wave at
sweet.
Mickey without a head on, like as he's walking by. Like great time.
Right. As long as you don't have the girls. Like Roddy got
I wouldn't take
traumatized
them.
at
I'd make them
church.
walk. I said I want the pass, not them.
Oh, I gotcha. Only for you.
They
They're not
said I
included.
use the pass. Yep.
Sweet. All right. So for number 10, I want a personal VIP table at Yak and Yeti.
Mm,
And so I could just go eat there anytime I want. Don't need a reservation. Just sit up and say, hey, I'm here. Where's my table? Let's go.
I've never eaten at Yak and Yeti.
Oh, it's so good.
We've
Now it's
always
like
eaten at not
Tusker House. Or,
not yeah. I want to say Jumbo House, but yeah, we've always eaten at Tusker House.
yeah.
But I know Yak and Yeti. I hear Yak and Yeti so much better.
Man, it's so good. And like every time we go, and we did try something different when we went in October. Because we went in June and we went back in October. And we had something
Yeah,
different each time. Usually I get the ahi tuna nachos, which are amazing.
that sounds
I
good.
mean, so good. It's large. There's hopefully, like if somebody shares or whatever, because if not, it's a lot. When we went in June, Olivia and Guy got it, and then even like Josh and Braden even ate some from it. It was so much, but it's just so
Yeah,
good. They have such a
that's what I
variety.
love about Disney food. You get so much food. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So that's
Mm,
it.
I'm saving my last food one for last because it's
Yeah, I
it's
have a food
possibly
one for
my
last
favorite.
too.
Um, all expense paid trip to Alani, just because I've never been to Hawaii, always wanted to go. And two, it's Alani, it's Lilo and Stitch, it's Polynesian, like it's just fabulous.
Yeah, I had that on
That
my
was like,
list,
did you?
and then I took it off only. So even though I came up with the topic, I didn't understand the assignment, I guess, because I had threw in like a little bit of Universal, and so then I was like,
Yeah,
wait, no, just Disney. So I went and wiped stuff out, but yeah, I definitely want to go to that
I tried
too.
to think like outside the parks, like because I started running
Yeah,
out of things, and I was like, what can I do that's outside the parks? Kind of like your whole one ticket to each park. I was like, I would
yeah,
love to go to Alani.
me too. I've tried. They're like, we don't. If
I
we go to
haven't.
Hawaii, it doesn't have to be Disney. I'm like, but it's not typical
It's
Disney.
it's not
So
Disney. It's just you're just
right.
trying to buy Lilo and Stitch. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just an all inclusive. Well, not all inclusive,
Yeah,
but it's a
no,
resort.
it's not all
Uh,
inclusive. I wish it was all inclusive.
yeah, fun stuff.
Two left.
All right, so this is one where I kind of stole your idea. So if I'm gonna have an annual pass, I need somewhere to stay. So I want to
Mm.
be able to stay at Poly.
I thought
I've
you were going to
never
say
stayed
Animal
there.
Kingdom.
Yeah, I would. I know, but I love the Poly. Like, even though I've never stayed there,
It's a
I don't
gorgeous
know.
resort.
It's so pretty. And then now with the tower
Yeah,
opening, and they've posted all of those pictures of the tower, and it just looks so pretty. Like, I want to stay
there's
there.
so
It's
much
on my
good food
list.
there, and it's just like it's a primo spot, like right across from Magic Kingdom. So you got like a
Yeah,
great
so you
view
can
of the
sit out
fireworks
and
at
watch the
night.
fireworks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's just one day I'll stay at Polynesian, but
me too. Me too. It's on my list of deluxe resorts.
yeah. This one I'm gonna say is Rachel's wish because she wrote it down, and as per our conversation before, I don't wear them, but Rachel put endless festive Mickey ears.
Cool. That's why I had to
So,
go with just
see, there you
Christmas
go.
balls because I didn't have a Christmas ears to match my Christmas things
And
shirt.
they don't make ears for men. Like, although there is this one company out there that makes Mickey Mouse ears that are magnets that can attach to your hat.
Yes, I've seen
I'm
those.
trying to get those for our next trip. I tried to get them for our last trip, but he didn't respond to my Instagram message in time.
I'm sure they probably have somebody on Etsy too that would make that.
Yeah.
I get a lot of my stuff from Etsy.
I have a Captain America baseball cap that somebody sewed ears on. That's the only ears that I have. And my
Yeah.
Santa hat ears. I should have worn my Santa hat. Oh well, it's too late. It's
Yeah.
too
Is
late.
that did the girls have that on for y'all family pictures at
Christmas
church?
photo. Yeah.
Yeah. Cute.
Yeah, they love that hat. All right, last one.
Okay. Do you have any can you even remotely guess what you think it might be?
No.
I
Yeah,
want a lifetime supply of pumpkin spice macaron ice cream
macaroon.
sandwiches.
There you go. Okay. As soon as you said pumpkin, I was like, I know where she's going with this.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I could just taste it right now. Those things are so good. That's the only thing that I'm a little like because if we go later in the fall, I'm not going to be able to get that next year.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I would not want to go during that fall time
Yeah.
because I'm going to
The
miss
winter
that.
time. Yeah.
But maybe they'll have another seasonal one that I'll love just as much.
Still never had it. They brought it out like a week after we left, I think.
Man, it's so
Because I
good.
think we left the 20th, 21st, and then they didn't have it. And then you went a couple weeks later and they had it. But Epcot, like I said, doesn't transition to like Halloween until like October
Yeah.
1st.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, there's got to be somebody around here gonna make something similar.
I'm sure you can find
So good.
somebody. It's New
Yeah. I'm
Orleans.
gonna try. I'm gonna have to wait till next year, but I'm gonna look it up.
Nah. Mine is an endless supply of pineapple banana bread from Ohana. Fabulous
So
stuff.
good.
When we left, when we
Yeah.
went back in September, we had like a whole thing left of it, and the guy was like, "Do you want to go, Trace?" I was like, "Yes."
Yes, give it all
I
to
was
me.
like, give me all the pineapple bread because that's really all I ate. Like I didn't really, I didn't eat anything else for breakfast other than really the pineapple bread.
Yeah, I remember before I went there and people would talk about it. And like I just envisioned like the Hawaiian rolls,
Yeah.
like that you can
Mm-hmm.
buy in the store. But when I had it, I
Yes.
was like, oh gosh, this is nothing like that. It's so good.
See, I can look up a recipe for that and make it. I'm sure you
There you
could look
go.
up a recipe for your pumpkin macaroon ice cream things and make them yourself.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess I could buy some pumpkin
Yeah.
macarons from a bakery and then just whip up the
Yeah.
ice cream.
Yeah. Goals
Speaking
for
of
next year. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of recipes, I did tell Olivia that you said you could make butterbeer. So she's she's looking for some
Shit.
butterbeer one of these days.
All right. I'll make some up when I come back. Man.
So yeah,
All right. That's 12 of them.
12 things. And
I'm
I'm
proud of my list.
sure, yeah, I'm sure there's probably so much more things. But it's crazy when you're trying to sit down and like, okay, what things do I really want? It
Yeah.
was a
These are
little more
my 12 things.
challenging, but it was
Yeah.
fun. It really made me stop and think about what are the things that I really love about Disney and what makes you want to keep going back. And there's just so many
Yeah.
things
Mhm.
that makes it amazing that I feel like you could sit and talk about it all day.
It's sad that most of mine is food, but we've had the conversation before. I'm very food motivated. Like, like I see people all the time just complaining about Disney food. And I think we talked about this last week or the week before last. I can't remember. But like Disney food is like if you eat at the right place, like Disney food is where it's at every time for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think we've talked about it before and maybe even with Dave and Tony Ann last week where I can't remember now. Like people that say, "Oh, the food at Disney is terrible," like just really aren't going to the right
Yeah.
places.
No.
There's so much good food.
Yeah. Which we'll talk about in a couple upcoming episodes. We should make that part of we should make that we'll talk. We should talk about some of our favorite places to eat when we talk
Yeah,
food and dining.
definitely.
So next week we're talking about something.
Next week is next week the 2024?
I think so.
Let me pull up the schedule.
Yeah, I think it's the 2024 recap and what to look forward to in 2025, I think.
Uh, hold on. Here we go. January. Because next week, next week is December 29th, huh?
It is.
Yeah, 2024 highlights
Okay.
is next
I
week.
need a script for that.
I got you. I got you for that one.
Hey.
This one, this one we had to come up with our own things, but I'll get you a script for next week. I'll go through and hit and I guess too, do we want to throw in Universal and Disney in there?
Yeah, we can.
And we could talk about it.
So yeah, next week should be a good episode as we close out the year. I think one of the things I forgot to say at the very beginning is that for those who are listening to this on audio only or on our YouTube channel come Wednesday, Merry Christmas from Going Beyond the Castle, because it will be Christmas Day when we drop this episode, the edited version, onto our platforms. And then next week we'll head into 2025. Will that be our first episode of 2025? Or no, it drops on New Year's Eve, doesn't it?
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I think initially
No,
when
New
we were
Year's Eve is
doing
Tuesday.
a week out, I thought we would have like January 1 wrapping it up, but yeah. So we have something. I don't remember what the first week is, but we got it all planned out, and that maybe that'll be something else we'll start sharing too. Is sharing what our upcoming episodes are.
Yeah, I think
once I get better with the social media.
You're doing fabulous. Keep up the great work. So the episode
Disney
on January.
Treasure.
Yeah, so on the 5th, we've got Shelly come on to talk Disney Treasure. I think the 12th and the 19th,
plans.
we're talking dining. And then is it the 19th that my fellow travel agent's coming on to talk allergies at Disney? And then the 27th, we've got Virgin Cruises coming on our podcast.
Yes, we have Royal from Virgin Voyages, which is, in my opinion, one of the best cruise lines that I've been on. So
yeah,
that'll be exciting.
So we got a lot of good stuff coming up for 2025.
What's that?
I was just saying, so yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming up for 2025.
Yeah, and he does a good job explaining to the background of the cruise line. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah,
and we can get some cruises. We haven't done cruises yet on here, so
it's cruises and food is the theme of January. So okay, cool. Anything else before we wrap up?
No, I think that's it. I appreciate y'all hanging with us. I know this was a little different episode, but I thought it'd be fun to just kind of going through our favorite things, seeing if anybody matches up. So y'all can share with us in the comments what some of your favorite things are, or some of your wish list for Disney.
Yep. Okay, cool. Well, with that being said, thanks for joining us. As always, please like, follow, and subscribe to all of our channels, and share our stuff. That would be fabulous if you could share our videos, so that way we could reach more people. Best way to find Going Beyond the Castle is through our Beacons channel at beacons.ai / Going Beyond the Castle podcast. You can always reach us by email at info@goingbeyondthecastle.com.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, again, please like, share, and subscribe our stuff. and we will talk to you guys next week. And with that being said, what is that?
I had it prepared in case you were going to make me
Oh,
close.
did you? Oh, look at
I was
you.
going to cheat.
Well, now I know that you're going to cheat.
Yep.
With that being said, have a Merry Christmas, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Goodbye. It's wrapping up. It's there.